While pruning this tree, I realized that over the last few seasons, I think this has been in the pot for 3 years or so, it has really compressed down into that pot. So there's a lot of space here. I'd like to give that plant a little more soil. So I think what I'm going to try to do is put some soil in the bottom of this and then transfer that over into this pot so it'll fill up the pot a little better and give those roots a little more space. I moved the moringa and figs and other small lemon trees out here as well. Just trying to get them acclimated to the season, you know, as it rains and cools in the evening and warms up during the day. I already pruned these 2 lemon trees and repotted them in larger pots. And you can see that they have some baby new leaves on them. So hopefully these trees will be taken. This one even has some little buds on it, like it might flower, like it will flower. This branch right here has lots of little buds. We're gonna get some lemon flowers on this one this year.
They smell so good.
They will smell great. I don't expect any of these 2 trees to produce lemons this year. This one maybe could produce, but I'll probably knock the buds off for this season. This one has produced lemons several times, and I do expect that one can. It's got several flowers on it. So, you know, trying to get the garden, the greenhouse cleaned up and things moved out, and the garden actually producing for this year. While pruning this tree, I realized that over the last few seasons, I think this has been in the pot for 3 years or so, it has really compressed down into that pot. So there's a lot of space here. I'd like to give that plant a little more soil. So I think what I'm going to try to do is put some soil in the bottom of this and then transfer that over into this pot so it'll fill up the pot a little better and give those roots a little more space. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think we can manage. I have some pots over here that has some older soil or soil that just didn't get used. So I'm going to put that in the bottom of this pot here. That's all good garden soil. It's just been allowed to sit in these pots and dry out a bit because whatever was in here didn't succeed. It was a failure, so the garden soil has just sat over here and not been used. So I'm going to try to put it to use here. I can also mix in some of this coconut coir. Just scrape it off. It's pretty soft. It hasn't fully expanded, but I'll just scrape it off. The coconut coir will, it's basically moisture control. It allows the pot to drain, but it also holds some moisture. It has no nutritional value for the plant. It's just a medium that adds bulk and moisture. So I'll just mix that up. That one had a tree in it. You can see that tree root right there. You can also see that this fabric pot is about 5 years old. It's been through about 5 gardening seasons, 5 years. And the threading is starting to wear. But overall, it's been a pretty good resource in the garden and a fairly decent long life. The pot itself still has at least a few seasons left in it. Alright, I'm going to try to lift from the base, hopefully to not stress this little tree out too much. Let's see if it'll loosen up. Think there'll be a big old root ball? There should be a big root mass. I'm Try not to pull too much. There we go. There we go. Slow, gentle pulling so I don't pull that root mass apart. I'm going to try to get my hand under it. There we go. Set this right on top of here. Try to straighten that up a little bit. There. Now I'll fill in around the outsides of this with more soil and coconut coir. That just gives that plant an extra 6 inches or so of soil underneath so those roots can grow and expand out a little bit. Right now I'm filling the edges with just straight coconut coir. As this plant gets fed, you know, as I might add some light fertilizers, natural organic fertilizers of course, that coconut coir will start absorbing some of those nutrients and be a nutrient base. The soil underneath was probably, what my guess is, that because there is a composty, sandy, coconut coir filled soil underneath the roots, that's where the roots are going to want to go. That's my guess. Hopefully I didn't stress that out too much. And I helped it to have a little bit better season this year. I'm going to slide it right up against the greenhouse where it's been every year, or close to where it's been every year. We might get a lemon or two. Look at these. Those lemon flowers already starting to come out. That looks good. I'm sure you noticed all the B-roll of the ducks in the garden, and especially in the early spring, well, anytime there's not plants producing or growing up, certainly baby plants, whenever those things are not present in the garden, we like to have the ducks in the garden because they eat a lot of snails and slugs and bugs. They wiggle their bills around and they get under the mulch and they take care of a lot of that stuff. Once we start producing things in the garden, baby plants or veggies, then we can't have the ducks in here as often, certainly not as for long, but we do like to have them in here. It's a nice area, they do a job, and it's a little more protected for them. You know, they still are at risk from aerial predators, but they're a little more protected in here. This is Lemon Drop, probably my favorite Australian spotted duck that we have here on the farm. She has a very interesting story, and I just like how her bill is solid black compared to a lot of them have golden or gold and black bills. Hey, thanks for watching this episode. I look forward to sharing so much more with you about the Daddy Kirbs garden and the homestead in general in this upcoming 2018 season. I'll talk to you soon. And I think the ducks like being on camera too. I'll put her down. There you go, Lemon Drop. Bye-bye.